Let's get it. 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 Yeah.
Woo! Let's go.
You already know what it is. It's winning time, man. We tapping in with y'all tonight. I know y'all feeling right. Yeah. We are back. We are back. We are back. Fresh off that win. This is No Box Skills Podcast, episode number 10. Y'all already know what we do, man. Go ahead and put your hands together for the birds taking care of business tonight. Y'all already know, man. I'm your host, Uncle Dud.
And I'm the original CP3.
The original CP3, and you better not ever forget it. And what we definitely ain't forget, because it just happened, like we just witnessed it, is the Eagles improving to 8-2 and doing what it do down there at the link, taking care of the Washington no-name football team. Man, how you feeling?
Yo, man, I'm hyped. Like I was hyped before the game. I'm hyped. I was hyped. Well, I was a little hyped during the first half, but that second half, woo!
That second half turned up, man. The second half turned up, man. And you talk about the first half, man. The first half was not pretty at all, man. Let me just pull the game up so we can go ahead and get into the score and get back into the vibe of it. I don't think we scored the first quarter again. I mean, I don't think we did. I know we took last week we came out and got a bucket in the first quarter, but this week we started slow again. As y'all can see, man, the score ended up 18-26. First quarter, they came out, jumped on to 7-0. Second quarter, we held them to 0, but we scored 3. So we went into halftime 7-3. It was not a high scoring game at all. We actually should have had 9 points if you was watching the game, but something happened to our kicker. What happened to him, man? Let's go get right into it, man. We got to address this issue.
Bro, I don't know. Like somebody said that maybe it's because he was not used to getting that position because there's too many going for twos and all that. But I mean,
he got how to kick.
It was shocking. Like the first time I was like, okay, cool. But then the second one, that was I think around 51. I'm like, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah.
And I made a joke while I was watching. I'm like, Sirianni on the sideline, like this. Why I go for it every time?
Real talk. I mean, like real talk. Real talk. Like honestly, like people that complain about him going for the extra. Now it's like, going for the extra point or going for the field goal. Now it's like, what do you say now? Like, what do you say?
But honestly though, man, watching that game, Eagles fan, we like to evaluate things from top to bottom, man. Are you concerned with Jake Elliott right now? Do you think we should be concerned about our kicker moving forward? Because a kicker is a vital part of your success as a football team, man.
Right. I mean, he got one more game. Because right now, we 8-2. We just beat a quality opponent. Even though it's division, it's a quality opponent. You gotta give props to the Commanders. We are trying, like you just said, it's very important. We're trying to go to the Super Bowl. We are one game behind the Lions right now, assuming that if they lose, we tied with them, right? Mm-hmm. It's like this. It's too important for us to be, losing games because of a kicker. Like, come on, man.
We can't have that. We cannot have that at all. So honestly, I think they need to bring in another kicker. I'm not saying they need to put him in ASAP, but they need to light a fire under Jay. He used to have a nickname from me. I used to call him J.E. Every time he kicked and every time he went on the field, I already knew it was money. I said, J.E., y'all, I ain't been able to say that regularly in a minute, man, because he missing extra points, shit, like chip shots for real. So I'm not comfortable with that, man. I'm not really comfortable with putting the fate. Like if we get into a playoff game and we gotta kick a field goal to win, I'm not feeling J.E. right now. So I think they need to bring in somebody, put a little pressure on him. I ain't saying he need to be benched, but JE, wake up, man. I don't know if this is the beginning of your decline, but something ain't going right. Something ain't going right. But I'm glad he got out there.
Maybe he need Jason Peters to get in his face, or somebody on the team to get in his face like he did. Because if memory serves, he was kind of, I think he missed a field goal or something in that 2017 year, the year we won the Super Bowl. And Jason Peters, I think that was like his rookie year or something. Jason Peters like, get it together. Like, what I mean?
Somebody need to just stand by his locker today and just stare at him like, listen, we know what's going on, man. Tighten up. But I'm not too concerned, but I do think they need to do something to mix it up a little bit, get him out of his bag. But JE, get it together, man. But the win wasn't pretty, man. We started slow, like we said. We only had 7. When we go ahead and get into the numbers, man, dive right in so we can start dissecting, man. The boy Saquon was dynamic again, man. First of all, I heard, if you feed Saquon, you're going to be just fine, man. That's what I heard going down. You know what I'm saying? You see Saquon was in his bag, 26 carries, man. 26 carries, 100
a lot of carries. A lot of carries.
I know, man. You said you're trying to see him under 20. You're trying to have him last to the playoffs, but 26 carry, 146 yards, 2 touchdowns, man. How you feel about Saquon Barkley?
I mean, he's playing, he's playing like an MVP. Today the question was, is it Jalen or is it Saquon in regards to who's in the MVP race? And right now, the way Saquon played tonight,
it's not a question. It's not a question who in the MVP race. The boy Saquon Barkley, and I don't think they watched the podcast, man. I don't think Nick Sirianni heard you when you asked for them to lower his usage a little bit so he could be there in the end. But he looked healthy, man. You see how he finished the game.
Well, hold on. I will give credit to, they did try to let Kenneth Gainwell run the ball, and he ran good too. Like we were just talking about him. Yo, I was like, let's go. Like let's give, not only did he produce in regards to Kenny Gainwell making some plays, but that's helping take less carries for Saquon. It's like, let's get more of that. So shout out to the offensive line for opening up those holes, man.
Shout out to the offensive line. Shout out to the boy Landon Dickerson for getting hurt. Like the first drive of the game, looked like he was going to be out for a few weeks, and he came back in the game and finished the game. Shout out to you, Soldier. Shout out to the O-line. Y'all gave Jalen Hurts plenty of time today. Y'all opened up them holes for Saquon and got stronger as the game went on, and we was able to impose our will on the Washington Redskins, man. You see Jalen Hurts' stat line up there, man. Let's go ahead and get into him today, man. 18 for 28, 221 yards. No touchdowns, but no interceptions, man. How you feel about Jalen Hurts' performance today?
That second part, what you said, no interceptions, no turnovers. I mean, that's not a bad stat line. The only problem is he ain't getting no touchdowns, but that's not a bad stat line.
Wait, not a bad stat line, not a good stat line. Not a good stat line.
Was that a 2-point? I'm sorry to cut you off. Was that a 2-point conversion? I thought he got 1 touchdown. Wait, 1 rushing touchdown.
Yeah, that's not his rushing yards. That's not his rushing yards. Okay. That's his passing yards.
All right, we good.
We're going to go to his rushing yards so we can get the whole story with Jalen Hurts. Because I feel like that's what Jalen Hurts needs to do on the regular is run the ball. When he run the ball, he's just more effective as a player. So he was 10 for 39 today, 1 touchdown, as you see. Gainwell, shout out to him, 4 for 43, 10.8 yards a carry. You anchor one of those touchdown drives where you was just balling. I think you got all 40 of your yards in that drive. But yeah, Jalen Hurts, you said you feel good about his performance because he didn't turn the ball over.
Right. I agree, man. Like, I definitely feel like he didn't turn the ball over. So it's like, okay, he didn't get passing touchdowns, but he didn't cost us the game at all. Like he played,
not at all.
And what a huge first down on that one drive. The drive, I think the first Saquon touchdown, rushing touchdown, where he dove. He reached out.
Yeah.
That was huge.
When they reviewed it, yeah.
Clutch play, man.
He made clutch plays. Like I was texting my bro back and forth watching the game, and my bro always say this about Jalen Hurts: he's just a winner. Everywhere he go, he just a winner. And we go back and forth about what he could do better. I'm very critical, but at the end of the day, he say he's just a winner, and he made winning plays today. I do got to salute there. I think he left a lot on the table. It's still concerning me how much he's holding the ball and just staring down one receiver. I think that really muddies up our offense. Because if you're watching the game, our offense don't really look fluent like that. It looks like we struggle until we break Saquon through. And at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of that is self-inflicted because Jalen Hurts stared down his receivers a little too much. And there was a lot of time today. But like you said, I'm not going to complain because I'm starting to accept him for what he is, which is a game manager. And he managed the game well today. He didn't turn it over. And, got a rushing touchdown. And honestly, he don't have to win the game every time. We got a great team, and we can lean on our players. Saquon was the MVP today. Let's go ahead and move down to receiving so we can see what our receivers did. AJ 5 for 65. Nobody really had crazy receiving numbers. Goddard 5 for 61, not too bad.
He almost was
that fumble. Yeah. Listen, you better send Kyle Katir or something tonight. I don't know what y'all send each other, but you better send him something to celebrate tonight, Dallas. Because for real,
they showed a clip of him talking to him on the sideline. He was like, "Yo, thanks, that you really bailed me out because, it was a great. He was wide open, great little running, after the catch, and then he held that ball, and the Bull did exactly what you want the defender to do. Punch that ball out, man.
Shout out to everybody watching across the platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Shout out to y'all for tapping in with us, man. Shout out to G over there on YouTube. He said he rushed the pass to AJ in the end zone. The underneath was open. I agree. That pass that he threw over AJ Brown head. And I think if you're going to throw that pass, you have to give AJ Brown a chance to catch it, number one, if you're going to throw a pass like that. He kind of sailed it over his head, but I do agree. He also said he should have ran the ball in that bad pass to AJ, and then he said his feet. Yeah, so Hurts definitely left some plays on the field. We ain't saying he played perfect. If I had to give Hurts a grade today, it'd be B minus.
Okay, I would say B, yeah.
B minus, yeah. It wasn't like a great game, but you ain't really do nothing to hurt us. You could have helped us. You did help us in a few instances, but you ain't do nothing to hurt us. So I ain't gonna get too much on Hurts today. We got the win. We ain't gonna turn it into that. He already get enough of that unjustly. But Devontae Smith, he got 4 for 29. Jahan Dotson started the game with that pass, ain't get the ball since then. Let's go down to defense real quick. Zach Bond having a all-pro season, man. I think we found one in Zach Bond, man, for real.
I'm starting to be on the bandwagon of people that want to re-sign him. Hurry up, Howie, and re-sign him before he costs too much money.
Go ahead, clap it up for Zach Bond.
Yeah, man.
He was balling. He been balling. He really been balling all season, really. Him and the Kobe Dean, for real. He been putting on for sure. So there we go. We got Bond up there. Who else you want to highlight? Reed.
That guy
with that pick.
Those guys, right? Reed and Jalen.
Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter. Interception by Reed Blankenship. Josh Sweat got to the quarterback. Nolan Smith, like I said, man, we're going to start expecting you to get to the quarterback if you keep doing this consistently, man. And he's developing quite well. And I'm surprised because I didn't know he was going to be able to put it together like that. I thought he was, I thought he was a little light. But no, he's starting to put it together, man. Them Georgia Bulldogs coming on strong. Bryce Huff had 1 tackle. So, he got, he got in the stat sheets. But the defense played well, man.
We like that. We be like that. That old joke they used to say with the Shirley Caesar would be like, look, every time Bryce Huff, you're like, what kind of stat did he have?
We just gotta find it. We just gotta find one stat on the sheet. That's all we need. Find one stat on the sheet.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah, we're gonna give you that encouragement, man. But the defense, man, they are balling.
Yes.
Outright, man, to the point to where, some people might argue that our actual defense is the strength of our team. And I don't know, man, like watching the Eagles the last few weeks, Like if you want to put it into perspective, let's go ahead and look at what the defense did, man. We hold Daniels to under 200 yards, 1 touchdown, turned the ball over, didn't give up, barely gave up 100 yards on the ground. What was that? That's 80. We didn't give up 100 yards on the ground, actually. We didn't. So, we actually played very well today.
After that one drive, that first drive, I think was that the first drive where they scored a touchdown?
The first drive, yeah.
After that, man, yeah, we buckled down, man. That first drive was scary. It's like, oh boy.
It was. There you go. The 7 right there, first quarter. And as you see, they really didn't score again. They had the 3 in the third quarter, but that 8 came really late in the football game when it was garbage time. We was in prevent. So for all intents and purposes, our defense held them to 10 points today. A strong Commanders team that scored 20-something on Pittsburgh last week, but lost. Our defense, man, Vic Fangio putting it together, man. I'm starting to feel like they are just as strong as our offense. I don't know about the strength, but I feel like they is just as important as the offense, man. The Bull Miz always say it's 2 sides to the game, offense and defense, and this team really personifies that.
I still feel like we got 2 more tests to see if that's the case. We got the Rams and the Ravens.
We got the Rams and the Ravens.
And they got
coming up.
They got good offensive weapons. Definitely a big test. Man,
y'all didn't know we got the Rams coming up on the 24th. Sunday night football.
So day after my birthday. Cool. So it's
celebration.
It's like I don't want to fully. I'm not knocking them. So to answer your question about who
the strength,
I feel like it's still too early to tell. I still feel like we got way more weapons on offense than we got on defense for me to say. I still feel like the problem is our quarterback got to utilize them. But yeah.
Okay, so you ain't quite ready to say the defense is the strength of the team.
Nah, I'm gonna say offense still to answer your question.
If it play, I feel like right now it's even. Right now it's even, but if they both play to their potential, then the offense should be. But for some reason, our offense just look muddy, man. And I'm one of them Eagle fans that try to enjoy the moment, but I'm always, once we win, I'm on to the next one. Like, okay, what we need to get better at. And our offense, man, it's just not doing it for me right now. Something is not clicking. Something is not rolling with our passing game. But Saquon always comes in and save the day. So
boom.
We'll see.
Who on the defense? Who on the defense? Now, don't get me wrong. I love my boy Quinn.
I was about to say.
Who on the defense is Saquon Barkley on the defense?
Zach Bond, Nicole Dean, all of them together. All of them together is Barkley. You know what I mean? They all might miss that one play that Barkley might play. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So you pretty much saying, so then if you got, what you say, 4 people make one person, nah, offense is still the strength.
Offense is the strength. I don't think nobody will argue that, but they're not necessarily playing like it right now, but when they feel like they will be.
Top 5 though. Top 5 defense?
Top 5 defense?
I'm asking you, top 5 defense?
What, the Eagles?
Yeah.
I would have to have every defense in front of me, but I don't see why not. At least top 7. At least top 7. I mean, if you want to talk about after the bye, we rank top 10 in every category, you could say.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and I know today's game is going to help that statistic. So I really got no argument saying that they're a top 5 defense right now. And I mean, are they a top 5 team right now? I'm asking you because last week the Commanders was ranked higher than us by you, if I'm remembering correctly.
Let me see, because I definitely have my the Commanders were definitely ahead of the Eagles. You're right, they were.
Yeah, I think that's before they lost to Pittsburgh. They lost to Pittsburgh. We beat Dallas, by the way. Smacked up on them. Domestic.
So right now, I think I'm still going to possibly put. I think it would still be Chiefs, Lions, Bill. I'm gonna say Ravens, Bills, and then the Steelers.
What? I'm about to end this podcast right now. What? You not putting the Eagles in your top 5?
I'm not gonna be prisoner in a moment. We still got some stuff to prove. We 6. We top 6. If we talking about top 6, Eagles there, but we talking about top 5. I think the Steelers that Steelers defense is pretty scary.
Bruh.
And Russell Wilson is starting to finally turn on. He got weapons.
I'm not trying to hear that offense look ugly. Stop it.
Stop it,
bro.
They beat
listen. We was at 6 last week, mind you. I'm trying to let them slide. This segment wasn't even supposed to be long. I'm trying to let them slide. The Eagles was at 6 last week. The Commanders was at 5. And Pittsburgh was nowhere in the equation. Now they lose to Pittsburgh. We beat them, and Pittsburgh jumps us.
So the Commanders was at 5. They lose to the Steelers, who was actually good. Why would the Steelers not take their place?
Because the Steelers wasn't 6 last week. That's not how it works.
I don't think we even went top. We went top 5. I don't think we went top 6. I don't think I ever said the Eagles was top 6.
You said the Eagles was 6. You said the Eagles was right behind. Yes, you did. And this tape. This tape out there, man.
So then they haven't moved then. They're still good. All right, cool. They're still 6.
So you let Pittsburgh jump us. And we play Pittsburgh later on this season. So we're going to really get to see if what you're talking about is what you're talking about. I think it's disrespectful to do that. Their defense not ranked higher than us in no type of category. They score way more on Pittsburgh than they did on us.
Okay.
I'm just saying, man, they don't look like that over there. Washington beat their self down there in Pittsburgh that game. I watched it. Boy fumbled on the goal line. But it is what it is, man. That's his top 5. I'm gonna just go ahead and get mine real quick. We're gonna go ahead number 1 with the Chiefs. Obviously undefeated. We're gonna go number 2 with the Bills. We're gonna go number 3 with the Lions. We're gonna go number 4 with the Eagles and number 5 with the Ravens. And I'm just giving y'all the Lions in front of us to please the masses. I know. They won. Tough game. The Eagles gotta. But guess what? I like being the underdog, so I'll go 4 for now. That's my top 5. Okay. We ain't gonna stay there too long. Right back to the good news. And in case y'all didn't know, we did smack the Dallas Cowboys last week. I know I glossed over that. We ain't been in front of y'all since before that game, but Dallas played the funeral music for y'all. Play the funeral music for y'all. It's over with.
Yeah.
They said Dak hamstring falling off the bone. Goddamn.
Cooper Hush. Because he just it was pretty bad, man.
Cooper had to rush and throw the ball. That was just terrible. That was so painful to watch us beat y'all down like that. But we ain't talking about y'all. We talking about the Commanders, man.
Yeah.
The Washington no-name football team. I'm sorry. The name, they change their name every couple of years. They got protests and active lawsuits. So we're gonna call them the no-name football team. We beat the name off. They
need to have they had to steal the Sixers owner for them to actually start being relevant. So
we're gonna get into the Sixers and we're gonna get into the Sixers because you carry some of that energy over here to the Sixers, man. But before we get off the Eagles, man, there's somebody's seat that was hot. Did it cool down, man?
Yeah, it should have. Listen. So y'all wanted to complain about, Nick Sirianni goes for too much. He keep going for it. The man didn't go for 2 not once in the game. I don't even think he went on it for a 4th down. I think unless he had to, which made sense. The game was tight. But when in regards to early in the game, we complained about why they going for the push. Come on, man. He did what y'all want, and they won. So
conservative Sirianni.
What y'all gonna complain about? He won. We 8-2. He's the head coach. What are we complaining about? Stop. Just stop. Come on.
Sirianni didn't give us nothing to complain about this week. I can honestly say that. The offensive woes was not him this week. He kicked it when he was supposed to kick it, although our kicker was missing. I don't know. It seems to me that Sirianni listens to the city because every time we come off a game to where we got major criticism for how he called it, the next week he seems like he cleaned it up a little bit. But he always revert back to once he feel a little comfortable. So We ain't gonna foresee that. We ain't gonna anticipate that. We will just say salute to Sirianni, conservative Sirianni today. I think conservative Sirianni is the coach that the Eagles need, so he don't get in our way. Salute to him. So the seat cooled off. They say the seat cooled off. He go ahead and put a little drink in the armrest and it might stay cool. He cool for now. He cool for now, man. We all Sirianni, man. But that's your Eagles, man. We whooped up on them, man. Shout out to Eagles Nation. I know a lot of y'all went straight to bed. A lot of y'all ain't even make it to the fourth quarter because this game was late. And I do understand that. But if you up tonight, if you happen to be watching this, shout out to you. Enjoy the win. We get to chill until next Sunday when we go play the Rams and hill up. We're going to get off our Eagles. We definitely going, be tapped in with the season, all the injury updates, all the news. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for all the Eagles updates, highlights, game breaks, reactions, the heart of the city on the No Box Sports Podcast, man. Make sure y'all tapped in on all them social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Like it, share it, and comment. And we got to give them an Eagles chant before we get off. The Eagles. On that count of 3, 1, 2, 3. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Yeah. I know that wasn't the same, but this the internet and it's live. Yeah, man. Shout out to the Bird Gang. I know my neighbors like, yo, what the hell going on over there? They already played. That was an hour ago. They be all right.
Same thing.
They be all right. But yeah, man, we about to move on to those 76ers, man. Those 76ers, man. We 2-9. Our next game is Friday versus the Orlando Magic. It's been a slow start.
It's even worse looking at it.
It's been a little bumpy ride. But we still in the car. Man. We haven't been healthy, man. We started off the season with just Maxey for our first maybe 6 games, just Maxey. And then PG came back. He played 3 games so far. We 1-2 in the games that PG played. And we just 2-9 overall. And B came back last game, and the city was geeked for that. Big MB MVP is back, but after watching him come back, man, I got a question: is MB back? Is he back or is he back? I don't know.
He's definitely not back. I don't know. I don't know who that was supposed to be. Joel or Joel? Like that was
Joel when he first came to America.
That was like, I don't know who that was. That was
bad.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was different, man. That was different. In case y'all didn't watch the game, Joel came back versus the Knicks for the play-in game. That's a physical team to be coming back versus. And he played about low 20 minutes. He didn't really look like himself throughout the game. He asked to come out the game fairly early. He looked a little hampered, looked like he was dragging the leg a little bit. I think he shot 2 for 13. Had 3 rebounds. Like, it wasn't pretty. He got to the line 8 times, made all of his free throws. But it looked a little bit concerning, man. And the fans is wondering. There's been a lot of conversation in the group text, outside the group text, at the workspaces, at wherever people at. I know all people all over the city is talking about this Embiid return, man. Do you think it was like Russ? Do you think it was like him being out of condition, or do you think that knee is more injured than we thought?
I think it was Russ.
Think it was Russ?
I think it was Russ. I feel like if the knee was more injured than we thought, then they probably would not have brought him out there. You know what I'm saying? According to him, he was just trolling, and he will play back-to-backs, and he wants to play and stuff like that. So if they thought he really
wait. That's what he said?
He said he was just trolling. Like, he said, I'm a troll. I will play. Eventually, I will play back-to-backs. He did say that. I'm not quoting that verbatim, but that was in the quote. Like, he's like, it's up to the medical staff. Of course, I want to get out there and play. and I will play back to backs. I'm a troll. You know what I'm saying? I'm eventually. So he did say,
don't try to make it seem like he was joking to be, because that's corny. We all know you wasn't joking when you said it, but
yeah, he did totally say that.
That's crazy. See, the Sixers media team and how they handle things, man. Y'all sloppy. Y'all sloppy. It's not a unified message.
Right.
Y'all should have really sat in the room and figured out how y'all was gonna present this Embiid plan to the public. Now y'all got him looking goofy in front of the world. Y'all got him being criticized for the last 2 weeks since he said that, to the point where he coming out now and saying he was trolling. Like, come on, that looks weird. But even beyond that, just talking about the game, you said it looks like Russ.
No, it looks like Russ, man. So assuming it just like we need way more of a volume of games before we can make an assessment. Like he's like he was rusty. He like I hadn't played in what is it 2 months or something like that. Like it's Russ. Okay. I don't even think that's the thing where I'm.
I want to believe that, so I'm gonna go with it.
Why not believe it?
I watched the game twice. I got to keep it real with you. It looked like he was dragging that leg. I know a few things about the injuries and how they progress. When you hit your spurts of feeling great and you go through them lows, like it looked like I don't know that we will see the Embiid that was the MVP version of Embiid. He just don't look like he can move like that right now. And to me, it wasn't about being fatigued, unless you just telling me he's totally out of shape, to the point that where he can't everything basketball wise he want to do, he can't do with his body right now because he's just not conditioned. If you telling me he's like totally out of shape and he needs to get back in shape, then okay, I got some hope with that. And I'm honestly hoping that's what it is, because he started moving better the second half. When he first started, I felt like the knee probably was tight on him, and it loosened up probably a little bit as the game went on. He started looking slightly better, but just looking at the game twice, I'm like, I'm concerned. Like, I don't know if they was like holding Embiid out for a good reason, and he feel that pressure of like, I got to get back because the city needs me. My team needs me, so I'm going to push myself to get back. And I hope it's not that situation.
Me too.
I hope it's I hope it's not the latter. I hope it's really a matter of conditioning, and in 5 to 7 games, we start to see Embiid get back to form. Because when he caught the ball in the block, it just looked weird. Like he forgot how to do everything he do. Like he wasn't comfortable making those moves at all. Like the only move he would make, I seen him make the turnaround jump shot move, the fadeaway, and that's not really putting no pressure on anything. That's kind of bailing you out from the defense. I ain't really see him post up. I seen him try to duck in a few times, which was a good sign because you got to plant your leg to do that. But other than that, I ain't really see him do no moves that had me like he shot threes.
Let me ask you a question, please. Did he have this knee? Correct me if I'm wrong. Did he have the knee injury before the Olympics?
If you remember, he got hurt during the regular season last year.
Right.
He was in the MVP race, so he came back too early.
Okay.
And then got hurt versus Golden State. He was diving for the ball. It was him and Draymond, if you remember that correctly. Then he missed damn near until the playoffs started. Then he came back. Now he actually missed games going into the playoffs. Then he came back in the playoffs and kind of dragged his leg, but he still was getting buckets. He still was getting buckets, dragging his leg. So he was hurt during the playoffs. So when the season ended, he had to kind of get back to 100%.
So, but this, I guess my question is, thank you for reminding me. So it was before the Olympics. The reason why I asked that is in the Olympics, for a lot of those games, he didn't look like he did against the Knicks the other day. He didn't. That Serbia game, when he played against Serbia and pretty much carried us in that game and helped us win that to get, advance to the finals, like he looked good. So I guess my point in saying that is that to me it's got to be more of a rusting, unless you're telling me that the knee has, in your mind, is a question that has gotten worse. And so from that game, you know what I mean? Like in the 2 months, if that's what you're telling me, then okay, I guess I gotta. But to me, if he could play good in the Olympics like he did, and he had a knee injury before that, it's probably more so, hopefully, rust, I guess, than he just ain't gonna be the same guy. You know what I mean?
And that would make sense to me if he didn't miss time to start the season. Because it like you had enough time to get the rest off in between the Olympics and the start of the season. Like for him to miss that many games in the start of the season, it's like, what was that for exactly? You know, what was that for? There's a lot of questions that ain't answered around this and BT, but I think we all hoping that he's not hurt and he get back to form, and that was just rest. It's just an early question. Seeing early in B, he did look like he was dragging the leg. He did look like he didn't want no smoke when it came to planting that leg, but it's early. We play the Orlando Magic tomorrow. That's why I love these NBA seasons, man, because the games come, you know, damn near every other day, sometimes back to back, even though we ain't gonna see them back to back. But they come so frequently that we don't have to wait a lot of time to get into it. But right now, Embiid's back, so that's what the city been waiting for. We got to get him back in shape. Assuming it's Russ, I'm gonna do 5 to 10 games to get him back in shape, give or take. By the time he gets back in shape, then we got the guy coming back. He was about to speak of.
Yeah, we gotta get him back. Back. How do you feel about George?
George played really well versus the Knicks. He had 30 points. The first half, he was on fire. And then there was a point in the game where I felt like Obi Anunoby, whatever his name is, was like getting real physical with defense on PG, and it looked like PG was like a little flustered. And then PG just, you know, he just shook that off and started getting buckets again over top of the aggressive defense. So I like what I seen from PG. Like I said, I know a lot of people been throwing some, you know, shade at us because it's been the most popular thing to do. Everybody love to hate Philadelphia teams, but I think PG actually is playing well. And when we got Maxey and Embiid there, his game is so that you don't need to run no offense. He just decides every now and then that I'm going to shoot when he gets the ball. You give it to him at the end of a shot clock, he can get a shot. I think he will fit perfect around those pieces. But we got to get those pieces back. I'm encouraged by PG play. I really am.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm be honest with you. I'm really trying not to think about the Orlando Magic back in the Tracy McGrady when we was always waiting for the one person Hill to come play, and we never got that. See, that I really need us not to be like that. I really need us to be able to have all three of us playing, all three guys you just mentioned playing with the backup that we have, and let's see this team, because this team looks like it could be if all three guys are healthy, including Embiid. You know, if all three guys are healthy, I feel like I still believe in this team. I believe in the pieces of this team. That guy, rookie, shout out to Jared McCain. That guy,
McCain is hooping on him.
So this just
like this with the nails.
You know, we'll revisit. I feel like we need to revisit him at another time. But yeah, I feel like if we can get all three guys, man, I still believe in this team. I'm not ready to give up. I still believe in them.
No, it ain't nowhere near time to get up. The only concern is, are we going to stay healthy? That's been the concern from the start of the season. Now we're dealing with a Maxey injury. We wasn't even really expecting that. So just hold the fort down, Sixers fans. Keep riding. We got PG and Embiid back. Embiid about to start looking better and better. Maxey will be back in a week or so, maybe a week and a half. So it's going to be a bright future for the 76ers. Fingers crossed, toes crossed. We might have to pull back out the seance. The seance ain't worked last year. I used to pray for times like that. We need to stay healthy, man, and that's our only concern. But it's gonna be a great season. It's a long season, and on the bright side of things, Sixers, guess what? The Eastern Conference records are trash. You know what I mean? The third place. We playing the Magic. They got 6 losses, and they are the 4th seed right now. So it's like we not that far out the race. We go on a 5-game win streak. We mess around being second place in the conference. So
you saying we got a chance? You saying we got a chance?
We got more than a chance when it comes to the basketball stuff. It's early, and all of our major players, nobody's hurt seriously. So unless you was telling me somebody gonna be out for months, then then it'll be a little different energy up here. But it's not. Sixers fan, we loading up. We in the lobby. That's all I'm gonna say. We in the lobby loading up tomorrow night. Check out that game. It's not the 14th. It is the 15th. You know, because today is the 4th. Well, yesterday was the 14th.
Today, yes. Let me ask you a question, man. Real important question. Can we win the cup?
Can we win the cup? I won the cup right here. I won the cup. I got my LeBron wine. We don't give a damn about no cup, man. Like at all. I don't even want to win a cup for real. I don't want to peak that early. The Lakers won the cup last year.
That's true.
Bad one for the
That is true. So good point.
We ain't doing that. The cup we concerned about it.
Right. All right. Right on, bro.
Man, but shout out to the Sixers. Shout out to the Eagles. That's really what we here for. The Eagles went ahead and smacked, on the Washington no-name football giants, man. Football giants. Well, damn, I ain't even giving them the respect or call them the real name. But you already know, man, we was here online, fresh after a win, giving y'all No Box Sports podcast episode number 10, man. Number 10. I appreciate everybody who stayed up and rocked out with us, everybody who tapping in via the chat. Salute to y'all. We got some good things coming up. We got a watch party coming up. We about to start bringing some betting experts on to give y'all some parlay picks for all y'all parlay Peters out there trying to come up on that money, something funny. We got y'all. And we got some collabs coming up. I heard women watch football now too. I don't know. You heard that?
I have heard that.
I heard they serious about it too. So we gonna have to see what that's hitting for, man. But that's just a little teaser. Make sure y'all tap in with us, follow us, like us, subscribe us, comment on us, holler at us, throw dollars at us. And y'all know we here after a win. And this has been the No Box Sports Podcast, episode number 10. And I'm your host, Uncle Dud.
And I'm the original CP3.
The original CP3. You better not ever forget it, man. And once again, we appreciate y'all rocking out with us, man. Go to bed. Y'all know y'all tired. Y'all gonna call into the work late tomorrow. Y'all might as well do it. It's Friday. Y'all get paid. If you ain't got no job, then stay up and rock with us. If you do got a job, just call in late. But we appreciate y'all for rocking with us. We trying to be great. And I can't stop rhyming. It's perfect timing. We gonna holler at y'all for $1 at y'all. Y'all ready?